Well, today's Saturday, it's the 24th of September, it's 2022, and we've come down to Port Adriano, and we're just going to have a look around the port. But we've come down here particularly today because they've got an exhibition of cars, in particular American cars. So let's get down and have a look, see what's going on. So we're just walking down to the port of Port Adriano, just stopping here to have a look at the beach, which is looking really quite good, much better than I remember it. Lots of sand, not too many people on there. We've got a green flag and an orange flag, so I'm not sure what that means, but it does mean that there is a lifeguard on duty. And there's a restaurant at the end, which is referred to locally as the Chicken Shack. And one of our friends is going to be playing his bagpipes there later on. I don't know if we'll be able to hear them. But the sea's looking good, lots of people in the sea, but we're actually heading down to the port, so let's just move on. We haven't been down to Port Adriano for quite a while. I'm not even sure we've been down here this year, but it is one of the upcoming places to be. The ports in the Mediterranean, and particularly obviously here in Mallorca. And it's one that's rivaling Puerto Portals. Lots of shops, lots of bars, lots of restaurants, and lots of boats to see. So the signage greets you, says 1 hour free parking, which was great news as we were driving down the hill. And then we saw that the barrier was up, so it was free parking, which is even more great news, until you try and find a parking spot, and there weren't any. So we drove around the port, and then we drove into the underground car park, and there were a few spaces in the underground car park, but they were all reserved, so we didn't park in them, and nobody else was actually parking in them. So we've had to go up into El Toro and find a parking space up there, which surprisingly we did. We weren't really expecting to find a parking space. We have, so we can have a little walk around the port and then go on to have a look at these American cars. Time's just coming up to 1:15, so it's lunchtime, and so people will be heading into the restaurants for lunch. We're just going to walk down by the water here, past the boats. So it is the 24th of September 2022, and it's really still quite warm. We've had loads of threats of storms, of rain. We've even had a few drops, but nothing significant. And so it's really hot today. I'm just looking down into the water here because there's just loads of fish. That's always a good sign. If you're getting fish and the water is healthy. And these are the smaller boats here, and then in the distance we can see they've got some bigger boats.
Yeah, I got the contract as well, went to the shop.
So our friend Monro, who clearly watches our videos, thanks Monro, and he says not Palmer over again. So recently he's been suggesting different places for us to go, and this is one that came up in the newspaper. It was advertised in the Mallorca Bullitin, I think, or maybe Ultimora, maybe both. And it was the fact that they've got this exhibition of American cars here in Port Adriano today. So it's something I quite fancy having a look at. So we've come down, and as we drove in, we did actually see some of the cars. We drove past them. It's not a huge number of cars, but it's something different. And for those of you who are on holiday, if you're in Palma Nova, Magaluf or Santa Ponsa, then this is sort of in between. It's just out of Magaluf. It's just out of Santa Ponsa. So it's more or less in the middle of between Santa Ponsa and Magaluf. Not too far. And if you're interested in boats or that sort of thing, then this is probably one of the places you should come to. If you get in a taxi in Magaluf, Palmanova or Santa Ponsa, it's not going to cost you very much to get down here and see how the other half live. Lots of places you can call in, have a drink, or you can have a snack, bite to eat. Menu del dia here is 22 euros, served between midday and 4 o'clock. That's just one of the places. And wherever you sit, you get to look at these amazing boats. You can even charter one. Or something smaller. Or of course there's always a jet ski. See how busy the bars are getting today. That's why there was no parking, everybody's down here. It's good to see the place so busy. Children here feeding the fish. Not sure you're supposed to do that. And some artwork here. So that's come towards the end of the first row of shops. In the middle over there, there's a lot more shops. But just down here is where the exhibition of the cars is. And there's some entertainment on today, so Elvis has entered the building and is on stage. I don't know if he's singing because he's got a little bit of rivalry from a car engine which is making a serious amount of noise over there. So let's have a look to see what this is all about. We do have concerts down here at Port Adriano. We've never been to one. They're usually in August, July or August, and by that time we've usually left. So it's never been one of the things we've been able to do. So first of the vehicles that we're coming up to, looks like it's a Jeep, and there's actually several of them with some ladies to model in front of them. And we've actually got 3 Jeeps in a row. They've got the historic, 2 of them have got the historic plates on. The photographers out now taking photographs. There's the real old Jeeps there. And there's Elvis. Building on this side, well, we've got a bit of a monster truck. This one's a really tall thing with really huge tyres, really huge wheels. And Elvis is up there doing his thing for the American car show. So we've just actually walked past the stage now. Elvis has just done his little bit and he's probably going to do a few more songs, but we can have now a little look at some of these vehicles that are on the show.
That's far too slow for
pretty much these are all local vehicles.
No. Working my way up here, ladies and gentlemen.
Spanish number plates. This one's got its engine open so you can have a look, the bonnet's up. There's a classic Mustang. Do you have one, dear? Here's another Mustang. These are real beauties. Classic cars with huge engines. And here's the one that's a little bit more modern. So Mustangs seem to be the car of the day, and here you've got one for sale, bright orange. I think red's more my colour though. Ford Grand Tourer. I think I do prefer the older styling. Right, looks like head on. Elvis has entered the building again. There's another Ford. Oh, a Ford Caprice 500. Taking to the road. How cool is that? Huge things with huge engines. The antenna at the back. Ford Galaxy 500. There's a Challenger. And more Mustangs. Corvette, Chevrolet. We were wanting to have their photograph taken with them. And that green one over there is a Dodge. Elvis has got a challenge. That engine roar. I wonder how many gallons of petrol is just used to make that noise. I don't know. And probably they're all at the back here just filming because there was fire coming out of the exhaust. Hot rods. some found that noise fun, and I saw some faces which were turning up their nose, thinking that's not what you should be doing with a car engine. A few people are actually dressed up for the occasion, and they've got their what tend to look like 50s dresses on. It's the ladies rather than the gentlemen. The music keeps blaring out from Mr. Presley, who's just entered the building. Looks like there's even a coach party come down here to have a look at what's going on today. Oh, and there's another coach behind. I don't know where they're going to park. Must be having trips here. Well, I hope you've enjoyed our little walk around Port Adriano and enjoyed the cars and the noise, and we'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. So bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.